Yo, what up, Fight World? We back in it again. Wow, y'all never believe what happened. Y'all won't believe what happened. I'm gonna wait for people to join. Make sure you smash the like button. Now we're gonna finish what we were talking about. Hopefully we don't have any more issues or run-ins. Hopefully we get a couple shooters back, a couple mods help me police the comment section. I know the person I had in the hot seat, I was killing him, and then it cut off again. Then it cut off. What it do, man? Melvin, what's good? They try to silence me, man. That ain't gonna work. We still riding though. Yeah, man. This is the vampire stream, man. This is a late night, the Lost Boys. Lost Boys stream. Dustin, what's good? Best in the game, 209. Stand up. 49ers, stand up. Bay Area, gang gang. Military gang gang, man. What's up? What's popping? Was anyone on the last stream I did about 30 minutes ago, maybe? King Corleone. See, we got the vampires out. I got a shooter on deck. Eagle Army. Baltimore stand up. Greensboro, North Carolina. Man, so y'all want to know what happened? Someone said the YouTube cops. The hackers tried to get the boy. I didn't know it was that serious, but the hackers tried to get that boy. Because you know I've said I have an iPhone multiple times. Check this shit out. I did some research. iOS 11.2.6 is available for download, and it fixes the major bug that's been crashing iPhones. Right? So I'm like, okay, what is this? And I looked into it deeper. Apple releases fix for the Teluga bug that crashes iPhones. So this particular shit is some weird, I don't know what it is. This Teluga shit. If somebody sends you a message, this is how bad they want to stop the message, man. But they can't stop. I told you I'm the king of I'm the king of what's it called? Wakanda. I'm the Wakanda king. This is how bad they want to stop the message. This iOS bug, if you send that character in a text or a chat message or whatever, it'll shut the whole shit down. It'll crash your app. Look at it. I'm gonna show you. Apple release fixes for Teluga bug that crashes iPhones. Because remember, I was in the middle of talking all these times. So I just updated my phone. They trying to send the bug, man. They trying to send the flu bug at the kid, but that don't stop us. I told you, we like Bebe's kids, Eagles Army. We don't die, we multiply. If you got an iPhone, make sure y'all do that latest update. So I did the YouTube update. I just did the iOS iPhone update. Let's get it, man. So we should be good. The hackers have been annihilated. I've destroyed the hackers. See, this is what I'm saying. People are geeks. I didn't even realize this. There was some bug where you send that bullshit and it crashes people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got too much time on their hand. All that because you don't want to hear some shit. All I do know is whoever I had in that hot seat, that boy was getting fried, man. We was bodying him in the hot seat. Please believe it. Believe it, please. He was getting dealt with in that hot seat. But I came back to the stream and I seen that my shooters held down the fort, even though I wasn't in the stream, because my phone crashed. So it kicked me, it punted me out of it. You know what I mean? And I seen my shooters, I don't know which one it was, my mistake, but they said, let's vote. They said, let's vote. And they voted, and y'all voted and kicked that dude out that I was killing in the hot seat. So he's still, just in case y'all was wondering, he still got brought to justice because he got booted out. Y'all still conducted the fair voting system that we have. He got his L. How would I know who the hacker is? It's not like they sent me a fucking postcard. I don't know who it is. but somebody was sending some shit to make all my live streams crash. But I just did the latest fix, so send the shit now. It won't work because Apple already released the update. Look, they fixed an update that crashes iPhones. I'm back in business, people. Look, February 20th. We back, man. They can't crash us. Yeah, I seen Canelo's video. Loma Checkers got bodied. Javier got bodied. Only a Manny Pacquiao fan would go through those great lengths. It actually, King Corleone, it actually started when I did that Pacquiao, when I made a video talking about will Pacquiao, will he get criticized for fighting Mike Alvarado? That's when all of this shit happened. Where my streams, ever since that video, all my streams have crashed in the middle of it. I haven't been able to successfully close on my own terms any of my streams. Now we got a super chat. Askiar Hussein, he part of the Vampire Squad, $5 shmoney gang. You think Danny's gonna take the Spence challenge? No, not this year. See, and this is what I feel bad for about, I'm gonna tell you, I feel bad for Errol Spence for the simple fact is this is what dumbass boxing fans do. They know that people aren't chomping at the bit to face him, probably until he shows more vulnerability and or gets touched up or loses or, you know what I mean, anything like that. And then all of a sudden people will be like, oh, hey, I'll fight him. That's just how boxing works. We've seen it time and time again. When someone looks indestructible, you know what I mean, it's a little bit more quiet usually. And then when they look beatable, then all of a sudden people jump up. But this is the thing. Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, and Danny Garcia, all those guys mingling interchangeably, they'll probably make more money than fighting Errol Spence Jr. Fact. I really believe that's a fact. That I think the bigger money is Keith Thurman rematching Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman rematching Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia fighting Shawn Porter, I think he'll make more money than if he fought Errol Spence. However, I'm a boxing fan, so I don't have a problem with Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, or Keith Thurman fighting Errol Spence. But from a financial perspective, they'll probably all make more money fighting each other, that little trio or whatever. So for that reason, that's why I feel bad for Errol Spence, because he's kind of left, you know what I mean? Let's say it's like a playground and everyone else is selected, but you know this kid is good and you know he could play basketball, but you don't pick him for the team because they don't want that, you know what I'm saying? But this is the fucked up part about it. Smash the like button. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Fucked up part about it is you'll get dumbass fans, especially the people who are dying off. Oh, hey, PBC's going out of business. Oh, Al Heyman, he spent too much money on this fight. All this stupid shit. You'll get those same motherfuckers. Oh, Andre Ward, why is he fighting Alexander Brandt? Those same motherfuckers who make videos and articles about all that dumb shit, right? Those same people will be the first to criticize Errol Spence for their view having a lack of resume, not having the in prime, undefeated name or something. Shout out to Manuel Gabriel, $2 super chat, Shmoney Gang, pray to Shmoney God. He said, shout out to the town, man. Shout out. If you mean Oakland, that's the town I know. Bay Area, shout out to you. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about this game, man, is they'll blame Errol Spence, and you know why he's not getting the marquee fights, because it's just like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, some people still to this day question, oh, shout out to Manuel, Oaktown. Oakland definitely in the house. Some people to this day question Terrence Crawford's skill based on who he's fought, even though I think he's fought some pretty good guys. But the thing is, his resume doesn't have the hyper names that everybody in the world knows. Shotgun Sandwich, $5 Shmoney Gang. He said, lesson learned. Ego, don't ever talk shit about Alvarado. Laughing my ass off. Man, I wasn't even talking shit about Alvarado. I just don't think that's the fight that people want to see from Pacquiao. Point blank, period. Bob Arams doing an interview. He said, oh yeah, Matisse can fight Pacquiao later, but not next. Why? I just talked to Amir Khan the other day at his gym. He was training. He looked fast. Um, See, and real talk, since you brought up Amir Khan, he's the one that deserves a get back year. Keith Thurman keeps talking all this get back year shit. Khan got knocked out by Canelo, a bigger guy at a higher weight, then had a surgery too. You feel me? He had a surgery also, and he's been out longer than Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He's been out since May of like 2016, I think. You know what I'm saying? So he deserves a get back year based on where he's at right now. He's been out 2 years. And see this. Listen to people. Someone said I disagree with you. I don't care if you disagree with me. What is that? Listen. See, it's too easy to body y'all. Listen, I'm gonna body you with the guy you brought up. You brought up Amir Khan, and I'm gonna body you. You keep talking about Keith Thurman's elbow. That's cool. His next fight, don't fight Errol Spence. I wouldn't. If I was advising Keith Thurman, I'm his trainer. You know what I mean? I would tell him not to fight Errol Spence next, because yeah, you don't want to be in a fight where your elbow might be compromised with the Errol Spence. So nobody's expecting that. You guys keep running around like I'm telling. Like Loma checkers you back. Oh. Wow. It was me who hacked. Wow, look how desperate they are. It was me who hacked Ego's live stream. LOL, Ego can't keep me away forever. Hey, you're pitiful, dog. You getting blocked again. See, they can't stay away from my live stream. See, this is what's up with you stands. You guys read the comment. He got blocked. This is his third time getting blocked. And this is a late night stream. This is not even like one of my best streams. I did a stream the other day that got crashed from the hackers, right? I did a stream that had 1,000 people in it. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular stream on the day of the fight, Saturday. It had 1,000 people in it. This is a late night random stream at 1:46 a.m. West Coast time, West Side, the best side. And he's been blocked 3 times. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it just shows that we popping. If you don't got haters, you ain't popping. Anyway, I don't forget. I'm about to body this dude with the guy he brought up. Amir Khan, listen, since y'all want to talk about injuries, Amir Khan fought a guy at a higher weight, a great fighter in Canelo, got knocked out after doing pretty good for the first 4 rounds, got knocked out, hasn't fought in 2 years. This is what you got to respect about Amir Khan. Some people say, oh, Amir Khan's deluded or this glass chin, but you got to respect this. Amir Khan got fucking hard. Amir Khan has fucking balls. And whether you think he'll win or lose, guess what? Amir Khan, even though he's coming off of an injury and a surgery, just like Keith Thurman, even though he's coming off a brutal knockout, 1 punch by Canelo knockout, right? Even though he ain't fought in 2 years, Amir Khan has been on record. He's been on record saying, hey, I'm down to fight Danny Garcia in a rematch, Keith Thurman, or Errol Spence. Now, this is despite if you think he can beat them or anything. He's already on record, at least putting that in the atmosphere. He's putting that out. Keith Thurman hasn't really done that. If you really think about it, Keith Thurman is like, oh, it's my get back year. I'm not fighting someone in the top 10. He's telling us a whole bunch of what he's not planning on doing, but he's not really saying too much. He's saying, I'm going to fight someone probably not in the top 10, but I don't know who. I want to give the fans something special, but it's not going to be Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Even if he was doing interviews like Amir Khan, people wouldn't be on Keith Thurman's back. They would be like, guess what? At least we have some intent behind it. We know kind of what it. Amir Khan says, I'm taking a tune-up fight based on my last fight and loss, and then I'll be down to fight Errol Spence, Danny Garcia rematch in the 4th quarter of this year. Cool. Then people at least have something they can hold you to. Super chat from Askiar Hussein, gang, $10. Wow. Them yellow and them orange super chats. I told y'all, if it looked like French's mustard, them the ones I like. $10 super chat. I know Keith Thurman is wishing he would have thought Errol Spence on Mayweather undercard now. Shit, he would have been better fighting the champion list Errol Spence before he became a champion. Errol Spence is getting more confident. That's another thing. All this get back gear and stuff. It's probably worse. If you would have fought him when Floyd suggested it or whatever, then that probably would have been better because he would have been even more rookie to that level of a step up. You know what I'm saying? But now he's fought Kell Brook in his backyard, even off a 9-month layoff, did well, ended up getting the stoppage and some knockdowns. Then he just beat the shit out of Lamont Peterson. You know what I mean? So he's only gaining confidence. And the same thing with Deontay Wilder at heavyweight. You know what I mean? The longer he just keeps, like if he knocks out Luis Ortiz, where do you think, I'll ask him, because I might go out to New York for that fight, but I'll ask him, like, if he knocks out Luis Ortiz, where the fuck do you think Deontay Wilder's confidence is gonna be? He's gonna be like, I told you I was so frustrated. You know what I'm saying? This was the boogeyman, and if he knocks him out, if I knock out the boogeyman, that confidence is through the roof. So, you know what I mean? It'd be better to get Spence out of there sooner than later. But my thing is, like I said, even Amir Khan's in a worse situation than Keith Thurman in terms of he's been out longer. He's been out for 2 years. He had, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but from what I was told, he had 2 surgeries, like 2 different things, like his hip and his elbow or something. You know what I mean? And he got brutally knocked out by Canelo. And he's still saying later in the year, I want a big fight. Kell Brook, I'll fight Danny Garcia in a rematch. Boom, boom, boom. Keith Thurman's not really giving us any of that. He's just saying stuff like Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, they're both salty. I'm the guy with the name and blah, blah, blah. I'm not fighting no one top 10. So even if Keith Thurman, I think to appease fans, if he just gave them something to hold on hopes to, you know what I'm saying? Just something like, let me get Danny Garcia. Yeah, I don't know, just some kind of concrete plan that we know what you're trying to do, that you're not gonna stall out the division because you have the most belts. You know what I mean? So your next move matters to everybody, because there's people who used to have those belts, like Danny Garcia, you know what I mean? Or whoever. Yeah, but Keith Thurman is not talking with the same fire and ferociousness that we once were accustomed to. Shout out to Shotgun Sandwich, ENT, Money Gang, $2 super chat, thank you. Says Spence is the truth, only dude willing is Bud. Yeah, and like I said before, great fight. I have no beef with that fight, but guess what? That is the hardest fight to make because he's not in the same nest. He's with Top Rank, and we don't know what Top Rank's intentions are. Top Rank might try to milk out every single in-house fight for Bud that they can fight. They might have Bud fight Jeff Horn, and then Jose Benavidez, and then the Mean Machine Kavalagas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. That's really Bob Arum's deal. Shout out to Dustin Martin. Say, damn, y'all doing the super chats late night. Appreciate y'all. Vampire Hours. Dustin Martin just donated $5. He said Khan needs to fight Brook. I agree. That's a great fight. Excellent fight. They both have some highs and lows in their recent career. Let's go. Victor Ortiz versus Thurman. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's a possibility, but Ortiz lost to Devin Alexander. As far as I've seen, I watched the whole fight from start to finish. Devin Alexander beat him. So, I mean, if that's who Keith Thurman chooses to fight. But like I said in the last stream, it's nobody. Listen, if y'all are up on Vampire Hours with me and y'all just want to vibe out, can I get a hell yeah? I just want to know that everyone's up, everyone's paying attention. Can I get a hell yeah? And I'm going to break this down for you. I'm going to tell you the pivotal mistake from my view that Keith Thurman is making right now. Okay, y'all with me? Y'all vibing? The number one mistake that I see Keith Thurman currently making is he's not giving, like in interviews, it's like, I don't know if it's a pride thing, but he's like purposely not giving people anything close to what they want. He's already admitted that the Errol Spence is a good fight, and he's like, y'all keep talking about it nonstop. But then he's also doing interviews like, not gonna happen, baby. 2018, it's not gonna happen. This is a get back, you know what I'm saying? So he's not even trying to fake the fun. He's not even trying to make it sound like it's promising, or, you know what I'm saying? See, he keeps saying it. it's hard to explain. But Keith Thurman keeps saying it like I'm already getting hounded about the fight. It's a massive fight that people keep asking me about. But then you're also the one that's kind of saying it's a get back year and it has to marinate and we got to make a lot of money and I'm the guy with the 2 belts and stuff like that. So it's kind of conflicting. People are asking you nonstop about fighting Errol Spence Jr., but then you're also saying that, hey, somebody blocked this G Surge. He's just putting some gibberish. One of my shooters, get him out of here. These guys are bums. Wow, Loma Checkers is back. Wow. It's like this 4th time. Hey, we got some straight up troll. Hold on. Shooters. Do I have any shooters on deck? Cause I just had, man. Fuck. This shit is crazy. So anyway, they're done. Loma Checkers got booted out of here 4 times on a late night shift, on a graveyard shift. Crazy. I know y'all be stalking bitches. Like if she break up with you, be at her job and shit with flowers. Like what the fuck are you doing? Cause I'm a dude and y'all be stalking my channel. So that's weird. So I know if you're willing to stalk another dude, you're probably willing to stalk your chick. But anyway, yeah, Keith Thurman. I mean, he knows what the fans want. See, listen, this is, and it's not just Keith Thurman. This is fighters in general. Not this day and age, especially with new media around, Boxing Ego around, Ego's army. You can't bamboozle the fans anymore. You know what I mean? Back in the day, maybe. Social media is so big, Ego's army is so big, new media is so big. You're not going to be able to do that. You won't be able to dictate terms and convince the fans that a fight they want to see is not a fight they want to see, period. It's not gonna happen. No one's gonna believe you. No one, like, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, he's been blocked already. And this is somebody who came back. I just blocked him because he's putting the same shit. But anyway, we're not gonna let them ruin our mood. But the thing is, like, I don't care who it is. I'm a boxing fan. Fuck the reporting. Fuck my website. Fuck my Instagram. You know what I mean? Fuck YouTube. I'm a boxing fan. That's what it's all started from, the love of that. And that's what wow, he's back again. Hey, these dudes is real life stalkers. How do you guys have this many accounts? Crazy. But anyway, they can't stay away. And see, y'all trying to get me so distracted. This is the funny thing. Ego, he sucks. He's a bitch. His channel sucks. Blah, blah, blah. Why do you keep coming back then? To get a dude's attention, I never done this much work. That's weird. Very creepy. But anyway, I'm a boxing fan. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. So that being said, I don't care what trainer, I don't care what promoter, I don't care what fighter. You can't convince me what is a good. Hey, King Corleone, shooter on deck. Thank you. Please, if you see the people tripping in the comment section, help me get them, because I just had to block like a couple people. But anyway, you can't. Oh my gosh, he's back again. Hey, shooters, I need some assistance. This dude is back. Fuck. This is crazy. But they can't knock the hustle. They can't stop this. They can keep coming in with a million accounts. They ain't gonna do shit. See, they be trying to hack the boy, trying to get me off. We're just gonna keep doing it Call of Duty style. Red dot headshot. That's it. But anyway, you can't convince me what's a good fight and what's not a good fight, period. Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, listen to me. Gennady Golovkin, if he beats Canelo and retains his title, he'll be the WBC champion. If Jermall Charlo beats Hugo Centeno, especially if he looks good in doing it, Charlo versus Golovkin is a great fight. I don't care about, oh, there's no audience or how many tickets has Charlo sold. None of that. It's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight. So if Abel Sanchez, if Bob Arum, no matter who jumps in the mix and gives their opinion, it doesn't change my opinion. That's a good fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, hold on, we got a super chat. Ask Yar Hussein Gang Gang, $10 super chat. I told y'all them yellow and them orange ones. He said they asked Keith Thurman about who he was going to fight next, and he started talking about climbing a ladder. LOL. See, that's what I'm saying. He's not even really remotely trying to satisfy. And maybe it's a pride thing. Maybe he doesn't want to, because I seen something he said. He said, I'm not gonna let the fans dictate what I do or who I fight. I'm not gonna let the fans bully me into. Shotgun Sandwich, $2 Shmoney Gang. He says troll hate is real tonight. LOL crazy. But like I said, they can't stay away. They say the channel sucks. I'm biased. I suck. But you're making 4 to 6 accounts after you get blocked to keep coming with the bullshit. So, I mean, whatever. We talking boxing, and that's what it is. So they can do all that kid shit. They don't stop us from getting money and talking this boxing shit. But like I said, you can't tell me what I want to see is a good fight. Like, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What's your favorite food? Very simple. What's your favorite food? All you have to do is type your favorite food. What do you enjoy eating? Damn, he came back again. Bye-bye. Jambalaya, pizza, tacos, chicken wings, chicken, tiramisu, Chinese. Okay, great. Fish, wings. So, let's say I don't eat fish, which I do. I fucking love seafood. But let's say I don't eat sushi or fish. By me telling you that, sushi is nasty, fish is nasty, is that gonna change your taste buds, your taste palate? Are you gonna stop eating the foods that you guys just told me was delicious? Are you gonna stop eating fondue and chicken and pizza and all the stuff y'all just said in the comment section? You wouldn't. You would be like, I mean, that's cool, you don't like it, but sushi's fucking delicious to me. You know what I mean? I'm about to go get sushi right now. You're not gonna, Ego said sushi was nasty, so it's nasty to me. And that's how it is with these fights. I don't care what trainer or what promoter is telling me this fight sucks. He doesn't sell. Nobody wants to see that. You can't tell me, hey, bro, get this dude out of here, man. Like, this is crazy. They can't stay away. That's what I'm talking about. King Corleone. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That lame shit. This is like, you got to do all that. But I don't want to get too sidetracked. Shooters, if you see them, just you know what to do. I told you, a bunch of man fans mad and shit. You can keep trolling and building fake accounts. I mean, this is the thing. What does that do for you? I get paid to talk boxing. The fans are enjoying the boxing talk. So it's like you're the only one doing it and not benefiting, because you're not having a real conversation. You're not making no money, so whatever. Dustin Martin, $2 Shmoney Gang, boxing fans versus fans of boxers. I told you, man fans. But yeah, we got to get out of this where, like, trainers, promoters, and other fighters tell us what we want to see. Like, oh, nobody's trying to see Canelo Golovkin. What do you mean? I want to see it. I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really do that. Triple G versus Charlo is a good fight. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence is a good fight. Wilder Joshua is a good fight. Or if Luis Ortiz wins, Ortiz versus Joshua, or Ortiz versus Joseph Park. All those are good fights. So, just like I said with the food example, if your favorite food is X, Y, and Z, pizza, sushi, chicken, just because someone else don't like it, is that going to change your opinion? Absolutely not. Ego, they're going to keep doing it. I mean, they could keep doing it, but they're going to keep being broke. Like, listen, I've been around some different shit. And people, if you have enough time to do all that, I know you don't have a life, and I know you ain't making no major moves, and you ain't making no money. So they can keep doing it, but you have to ask yourself at some point, how does this benefit me? You know what I'm saying? How does this benefit me? It's just like people diss my YouTube channel. You got like 500 subscribers, 1,000. Like, you dissing me, what is that doing for your channel? Like, are you growing rapidly now? I mean, of course you're gonna have some motherfuckers that I blocked or some shit in the comment section. Yeah, fuck Ego. Ego sucks, man. He's so biased. Fuck that. Fuck that guy. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. People got to get this money and worry about worry about them, what they're doing. Worrying about the next person doesn't really do nothing. Coming into a live stream where everyone's talking, hey, this Loma Checkers dude is back. Hey, get Loma Checkers out of here. Hold on. Sorry. I just sent it to the message to YouTube or whatever. You could flag him. So we'll see. They're gonna fuck around and shut his account down fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Once again, man fans. They can't stay away. Can't stay out of the chat room. I'm just glad you guys see it. You guys see it. I'm chilling. It's a late night session. We just chilling. We just vibing. Yo, we got triple digit viewers on a late night vampire stream, right? And we only have 50. We have 55 likes. Can Ego Army stand up? Can we get that up? Hey, my shooters be on deck. I just see the comment and the dude said, block me. And my shooter, King Corleone, was like, bow. He didn't even wait. He just really blocked the dude. Again, that's cornball shit. You're asking to be blocked. Who comes to somebody's live stream where everyone's talking boxing and says, hey, block me? So you came here just for attention, just to get blocked. We're going to talk about it for 15 seconds max, and then we move on, and we keep talking boxing. Meanwhile, you blocked, and the only way to come back is 1,000 different accounts. Great life. But, yeah, I think Keith Thurman, if he did what Andre Ward did, then it wouldn't be all this. Like, it wouldn't be all this backlash from the fans, you know what I mean? But I don't know, maybe it's a pride thing. He's not giving the fans, like, kind of what he's not even sounding like he really wants to even fight Errol Spence. He's kind of saying he would, but it sounds more like he's not tripping off of it, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's ultimately why fans are going ham and running up on him. And see, this is the thing, like, Ego's Army is getting big. Every time we do a roll call, y'all see, we worldwide. Now, I'm going to say this as a disclaimer. Ego's Army, this is a gentleman's sport. I don't want y'all getting into situations where, this is like a fight club. I don't want y'all getting into situations where it's like anarchy, y'all running up on fighters and get beat the fuck up talking about Ego's Army sent me. No, don't do that. Y'all don't have to disrespect Keith Thurman or disrespect whatever fighter, because truth be told, the dude that ran up on Keith Thurman would have probably gave it to him. That dude looked kind of small next to Keith Thurman. He's like, oh, Keith, oh, you know what I'm saying? Don't fuck around. Told him Ego Army told you to do this. Fuck around and add my name to the lawsuit. So y'all don't have to do all that extra shit. Nah, Ego Army, Keith, oh. Like, don't do all that. You don't have to be disrespectful. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting Keith Thurman. I'm not disrespecting him as a man. I've interviewed him before. I'll interview him again. I told you, I'm on my Nino Brown shit. It's always business, never nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just how he's moving seems different, period. Seems different from before. People go too far sometimes. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, you got to understand, at the end of the day, it's still, Keith Thurman is a good fighter, and he's still a fighter. And most likely, like, dude look lightweight, out of shape and shit. Like, you're not a professional athlete. So, you know what I'm saying? It's funny. I'll give him that. Like, this shit was funny. It was entertaining. It's going to give whoever has the video, it's going to give them views and stuff like that. But you still a fan. Like, fans got to know their role and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to run up on fighters. That don't really seem smart. But people be doing that, I guess, on some drunk shit. Don't run up on me, man. I'm not, like, I don't try to play no tough guy, but, like, just... yeah, that's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, I love to spar Keith Thurman, but it wouldn't really be anything. What would benefit for Keith Thurman? Please don't run up on me. I don't want to go to jail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like these people are still men. or women or whatever. You know what I mean? They're still humans at the end of the day. So I'm not saying I condone all that. I mean, like I said, it's good for TV, good for views or whatever, but y'all still got to be respectful. I'm just here to talk boxing. I want to see great fights. I want to see, and you notice with me at least, I tried my best to be reasonable. Like Danny Garcia got a lot of flack for fighting Brandon Rios. You notice, you can check my track record. I did not gripe and complain about that fight. Long layoff, Danny Garcia coming off of a loss. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Fight a guy like Brandon Rios, a guy with a name. You could generate a. He's from the West Coast. He's from Oxnard. No, he's not. He's from Kansas, but he's trained in Oxnard and built up a following, and he lives now, I think, in Southern California. So all those things said, I mean, it was a cool fight for the West Coast. See where Danny Garcia was at, blah blah blah. And then now Danny Garcia should be looking for bigger, better fights. Shawn Porter, I mean, you did your thing. You were patient. Good lateral movement, knocked off any ring rust if you had it. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. So, hold on one second, y'all. Yo, I seen this on a movie one time. I think it was Problem Child. Remember that movie, Problem Child? And that little badass boy, Junior, he was doing bad shit. And they were camping. And he kept doing bad shit, looking for attention. And they were like, just ignore him. And then he started pissing on the fire. He was like, ignore this. So just ignore it. I got shooters on deck. We'll take care of it. They can come back with 1 million accounts. You know what I'm saying? If that's really what they do with their spare time. But either way, I don't want it to mess up the flow of really talk. Well, I mean, we're here to talk real boxing. You notice I ain't getting hacked off anymore because I told you I destroyed the hackers. They can send me that bullshit again because I already did the update. But yeah, like I said, I'm realistic as fuck. I'm realistic. Danny Garcia coming off a loss, long layoff. Never know how he would do confidence-wise. I don't have a problem with him fighting Brandon Rios. You know what I mean? I didn't at all. Keith Thurman coming back to not even a top 10 guy. I mean, I don't really care about that. But like I said, the great thing would be if he approached it and had like a game plan in place for fans like Andre Ward did. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even just about fight. He doesn't really sound like, to me, he said more things that sound like he's not trying to necessarily fight Errol Spence than I've seen interviews where it sounds like he really truly wants to fight him. That's just my personal opinion from what I've seen. I've seen more things where it sounds like, oh yeah, he could do some title defense. You're not his advisor, you're not his manager, so you know what I mean? He's trying to do a title defense with you. You know what I'm saying? You're telling him, oh, he could do a couple more. So I honestly, what I think it is what I said in the last live stream. I think that Keith Thurman is just, he wants to be in the position of power like Mayweather was. And I think Canelo did this too. He wants to be in the position of power to the point where it's like Floyd retired, I'm the A side, so now I want the accolade, or not even accolades. I want the A-sideness, you know what I mean? I want to be the dude calling all the shots. You know what I mean? That's what I really think it is. I think and it's like, yeah, Keith Thurman he's the welterweight to beat for sure. He has the most belts. He's looked good in fights. His last 2 fights are against great known names or whatever. But like I said, you haven't done what Pacquiao's done. You haven't done what Mayweather has done, things like that. So, I mean, you're not in their exact shoes. And that's just the reality of it. And I'm not saying every single fight has to be your toughest fight, because that's not realistic either. Yeah, love Mayweather or not, his ability to sell, whether people were paying to see him lose, it don't matter because they were still paying. So he was still getting these live gates that was crazy. He was still getting like all the accolades and record-breaking sales and stuff. that was all his. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that stuff doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter. And like I said, unless you're duplicating that. Unless you're duplicating that. And if you're not, then you're not gonna be able to call shots the same exact way. You know what I mean? Because here's an example. I'm gonna give y'all a good example. Floyd Mayweather was in such a throne, so to speak, been on top for 20 years, unbeaten. You know what I mean? His closest fights he avenged, and then he showed you that he's better than the person in the rematch. Only two of them really led to rematches, Maidana and Castillo, right? All this stuff. And guess what? He had all these accolades in terms of the De La Hoya fight, record-breaking, Canelo, Pacquiao, Conor, all these fights were record-breaking, etc., right? And guess what? He could easily be, he was like more in a position of power because of that. Because he could say, here's an example for you guys. Floyd Mayweather, they're trying to put matrix codes in. I told you this is crazy. You know what I mean? So everyone, oh, Boxing Ego sucks, but you doing all this? You doing all this to come in the stream? Like I said, I'm glad you have that much time. But Mayweather was in a position where he could easily say, like, I'm the cash cow. These dudes are trying to fight me for a paycheck. You get what I'm saying? Hey, bro, this is some next level shit with this spam. This shit is crazy. I don't know what the fuck. Hold on. Y'all really. Hey, bro. I ain't never seen this. Hey, you know what I'm starting to think? Hold on. Hey, hold on 1 second, yo. Hey, bro. Okay. Check this out, because this shit is getting crazy. Ego is Neo. Okay, I have a theory now, because this is getting crazy up in here. Hey, what the fuck? Hey, they really trying to matrix their way in here. Hold on. What the fuck? Listen, I have a theory. Hold on, it's getting crazy up in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button for what we going through. We shooting off zombies. These hackers are straight up zombie status. They will not stop. But listen, I got a theory, and it might be true. Because I put hackers in the title, it says Ego destroys hackers. It's possible that somehow, some way, that having that term has lured hackers to this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if I got this much hate in boxing for it to be doing all that. So, you know what I'm saying? I think maybe because I put the word hackers, it's like summons hackers from all around the world to try to fuck around and come to this video and do the dumb shit. That's the only thing I can think of, because this is getting crazy. It's like, like I said, I got hate, but like, they must be in some real, like, you ever see one of those movies where they conjure up some demons or some shit? I think I conjured up actual hackers by putting hackers in the title, because they will not stop. So there might be some kind of hacker secret society or something, and they find videos on YouTube with hackers. They're like, oh shit, it's a party. Like, what the fuck? Because I just changed the title and now no one's came back yet. I said Ego, I switched hackers, and put enemies. And now they ain't gonna come back. That's crazy. I think it might be because I had the word hackers, and I don't know. Maybe we just popping like that. Y'all some fucking stalkers, B. Sorry, back to the originally. It was getting crazy though. It's like the Matrix codes and all this shit. Okay, back to what I was saying with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather's in a position of power. He had all this money, all these live gates and stuff. So he could easily say that I choose the opponents. Because just look what he did with Amir Khan and Maidana. He did a poll, and at the end of the day, he picked who the fuck he wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, Maidana won all the ESPN, all these other polls. I'm picking Maidana. You know what I mean? But see, this is the thing. Keith Thurman, Canelo, all these other dudes, they have good accolades, good wins. Canelo has some landmark numbers and stuff that he's done. But at the end of the day, it's not anywhere near what Mayweather had done accomplishment-wise, both resume and then also financially to the sport. You know what I mean? So to me, Keith Thurman can't inherit the Mayweather spot like that. I mean, even my dudes, y'all know Andre Ward's my dude. Even he's the same way. Like he couldn't, as great of a fighter as he is, he wasn't known for trash talking. So he wasn't as big as Floyd Mayweather in terms of a commercial crossover success. Meaning, if he fought Kovalev, it's guaranteed to do over $1 million because it's a great fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Not everyone has the same drawing power and stuff like that. Keith Thurman can't say that, oh, Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, they want to fight me just because I'm this big cash cow. Because realistically, if Shawn Porter fought Danny Garcia, he'll probably make about the same amount that if he fought Keith Thurman. I really believe that. I don't think he's gonna get that much more if Shawn Porter were to fight Danny Garcia, you know what I'm saying, than Keith Thurman. I really don't. But in their prime, if you got a Pacquiao fight, if you got a Mayweather fight especially, it was probably gonna be your career high payday. Look at my dude Chino, Narcos Maidana. That motherfucker had a good first fight with Floyd, got a second fight, and then as a result, fuck around, got fat and retired off of 2 Mayweather paydays. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So that's because he didn't. Why didn't Chino retire after beating Broner? Because he didn't receive the type of money he got when he fought Floyd. You know what I mean? And plus, Floyd didn't let him wear them gloves, so he got another like 1.5 mil or some shit. You feel me? So most guys aren't in that position where they say, oh, you fight me. You could fight, like if you fight Keith Thurman, you're gonna get a lot of respect. You're gonna get, if you beat him, you're gonna get a lot of respect, stuff like that. But it's not the same as, like I said, like a Mayweather, where it's like, I'm giving him his best payday. Dark Sage, I don't even want to hot seat you. Like, really? You said Floyd lost to Chino? You're claiming Floyd lost 2 times. You sound stupid. Listen, bottom line is this. I just told y'all I love Chino. Chino's one of my favorite fighters. But at the end of the day, the people that say he won, he didn't even really fight a clean fight. He knew he couldn't outbox Floyd, which showed up in the second fight. And he did a lot of roughhousing, which made it interesting, which caused the cut over Floyd's eye and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, Chino should be thanking Floyd. He gave him the opportunity, and then Chino, the rest took over, like his heart and stuff. He gave the best account, but he's not beating Floyd, and he can't. Listen, this is how you shut casuals up real quick. This is how you shut them up real quick. All these motherfuckers who claim that the first person in or one person in the first fight absolutely beat the other person, when they're given an immediate rematch, why the fuck can't they do it? Why can't they duplicate what they already did? You know what I'm saying? That's like, let's say I arm wrestle Sylvester Stallone, right? And I beat him. And then I arm wrestle him again 4 or 5 months later. You don't think it's possible I can beat him again? If I just beat him and I knew I was stronger than him, or I was a better arm wrestler than him? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. All these Ward Kovalev, Floyd versus Castillo, Floyd versus Maidana. All y'all do the same shit. All y'all do the same shit. Keep talking about the first fight, which was close, which does happen in boxing. And then they got immediate rematch. Why didn't they do what they did in the first fight? Why did they look dramatically worse in the second fight? And or get stopped and or lose convincingly? You know what I'm saying? Maidana landed one real big punch in the rematch, and he didn't do much of shit else in the rematch. So if he did this great job the first time and he was a more skillful fighter than Floyd, then why didn't he win in the second fight? And he didn't even, where was the same entertainment value and the same level of competitiveness? That's because it wasn't. And lightning usually doesn't strike twice in the same spot. And that's what it is with most of these fights. Look at David Benavidez versus Ron Gavril this last weekend. Benavidez proved he's the better fighter, period. Because Ron Gavril had a great fight, knocked Benavidez down the second time. Benavidez was like, okay, there's controversy, I'm the champ. And then he came correct and he made adjustments, and it didn't look like the first fight. So again, lightning doesn't usually strike a lot. I see that more often than not, where these guys have these crazy performances that could have went either way, and then when it comes time to show who could make the adjustments and there be some real separation, you don't see it. You know what I mean? One guy really pulls away. I've seen that so many times in boxing. I think Canelo Triple G may be like that, where you see I think Canelo's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Maidana was straight up street fighting. I mean, of course, he need the man, like in the nuts. He bit Floyd in the second fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love Chino. I wish he didn't retire. But real is real. And some of y'all got to get off of that shit. People bring up the Castillo fight from 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? From 2004. That's really what you want to hold over Floyd's head? I can tell you recent fights with all these motherfuckers that they, like, you know what I mean? I can tell you recent Danny Garcia fights where he arguably lost. I can tell you recent fights with so-and-so where he arguably lost. You know what I'm saying? People got to drudge up a fight from like 2003 and shit on Floyd. It's like, and then Castillo the same year was granted the opportunity. Show us you're the better fighter. And he didn't. Swallow it. You know what I mean? It might be a tough pill to swallow. Drink more water when you swallow it. That's the only way to beat Floyd. That's what I'm saying. Maidana had to do all this roughhousing, extra shit to even make it competitive. What do you think about Estrada versus Rungvisai? Good fight. It's a good fight. I think El Gallo, Estrada, I think he's a better boxer overall technically, but Rungvisai is just rugged with that power. So I mean, he can go either way, to be honest. I just want to see a good fight. It's not a gimme fight for Estrada at all. Because I thought, to be honest, I thought Estrada might have lost to Carlos Cuadras in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Rungvisai definitely has game-changing power. And I thought Estrada, Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada, I thought he started very slow versus Carlos Cuadras. I thought he started off very slow. So if Rungvisai gets into a rhythm, and man, if Rungvisai hits anybody with them body shots that Chocolatito was allowing him to get hit with in that rematch, Rungvisai might fuck you up. Because he was he put all of Thailand in them fucking body shots. Shout out to Thailand. I had some Thai food for dinner. It's on my Instagram story. Shit was delicious, son. But yeah, I mean, them body shots was no joke. So I think Estrada, he has the better technique. But Rungvisai is the champion. He has a lot of momentum and he has a lot of power for the division. And see, some people don't know, he's a Muay Thai fighter previously. Before he got into boxing, I'm telling you, these Muay Thai motherfuckers be tough as fuck. There's a dude, Bukra or something, I think he's from Thailand. I follow him on Instagram. But there's a video of him just letting some dude punch him in the abs. Like it's like a teenager, but still. The kid was going ham, really punching him. His name is like Bukra or something like that, and he's dope. Buka, yeah, whatever his name is, he's dope. Or the movies I like with Tony Jaa, he's dope too. You know what I'm saying? And they do a lot of things that like brutal to strengthen their bones and shin bones and stuff, harden it. So you never know. A lot of fighters from Thailand that are just dumbass tough. Japan too. It's kind of ingrained in a lot of the Asian culture, to be honest. They used to have this show. It was so dope. I wish they brought it back. But they had a show maybe on the Discovery Channel, and it was called like Fight Quest or something like that. And it had these two American white dudes who practiced mixed martial arts, and they would go through different countries, and it'd be all recorded, and they would just learn different styles and I think spar and shit with different people. Like they were in Paris and fighting different people in France and fighting people in Belgium, fighting people in Japan, and just learning how they train and all types of stuff. It was a dope show. But yeah, so I seen like on some of those shows, they would go to places like Thailand and shit. I seen them there. There's like a temple of cement steps, and they had someone grabbing their feet, and they were walking up the steps, a steep ass cement steps on their knuckles. Yo, we've been stuck at 95 likes for a minute. We gotta fix that. If you in this motherfucker, if you're in this live stream and you're just enjoying this late night vampire session, hit the like button, people. The better we do, the more it benefits the channel. D Bevel says, I'm out. Shout out to you, Ego. Yeah, it's late on the West Coast. It's 2:30. Enjoy your sleep if you're going to sleep. Do you talk about Regis Progress or whatever? He looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to him in Ndongo. It was supposed to be Victor Postal, but this is a good substitute fight. I ain't mad at it. I'm on my way to work in Louisiana. Yeah, man, we're on the late night shift. Dude, it was definitely the fact that you had hacker in your title. Yeah, it definitely was, because when I changed it, now it's all calmed down. But when I had that hacker, that's crazy. I summoned some demons. I never even thought about that. But because I had hacker in the title, it really like brought the hackers out. That was crazy. But that doesn't justify. This is the first title I put hackers in, so I really had hackers beforehand, and I think they were sending something to my iOS, and they just did an update. Now we're not having a problem. So I ain't heard from Rigo since December 8th or whenever he fought Lomachenko, to be honest. Khan versus Brooks, I don't know, because Kell Brooks moving up to 54, but then Khan also recently said that he's not going back up to 54. There's too much weight for him or some shit. So I don't know. I don't know what weight they would fight at, if they could make a catch weight. You know what I'm saying? But Kell Brooks gotta chill. He don't want to keep fluctuating his weight, 147 to 160, back to 147 to 154, and then possibly fight Khan at a catch weight or at 147 again. You know what I mean? That's not really good. From what I've seen, that's not really good at all. Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, I don't know. Good fight. But Shawn Porter's my dude. Shout out to the Porters, Kenny and Sean, whole team. It's a difficult fight. See, the thing with Shawn Porter is just I've watched him train. He's rugged. He's relentless. You know what I'm saying? He's relentless. So you look at the Danny Garcia, Brandon Rios is much slower than Shawn, and Brandon Rios is not athletic like Shawn, and he probably doesn't even have the power that Shawn has at 47. I mean, he might have decent power, but so you look at it, Brandon Rios had some success. Now this is the catch. This is the catch where we don't know. The some success, was it because Danny Garcia is coming off a loss and a long layoff, versus if he let's say he fought Shawn Porter in September, will he look even sharper? I don't think Danny Garcia looked terrible, but Danny Garcia, he did have to deal with the pressure of Brandon Rios. Like Brandon Rios, that's why people were saying, "Oh, Brandon Rios did better than I thought." You know what I'm saying? So Shawn Porter's gonna have. I mean, Danny Garcia's gonna have to find a way to keep Shawn Porter off of him for 12, and that's gonna be difficult because, like I said, the Rios pressure was having some success, but he'd be dealing with a lot of black fighters are rhythmic. You know what I mean? They have like a natural rhythm. You know how some people say, "Oh, black people can dance" and stuff like that. It's a stereotype, but it's true to a degree that a lot of times you see certain ethnicities and they have like a natural rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Versus some that don't or whatever. But it's not always true. But anyway, Rios is not as athletic for sure. He's not as fast as Shawn Porter, and he was providing good pressure. So it'll be an interesting fight. But on the flip side, Danny Garcia, what he does well with, timing and counter punching. So if he can let his hands go enough and time Shawn coming in, because Shawn does kind of come in reckless sometimes. He uses head movement, but the thing is, when you get tired, all that stuff can slow up for anybody just because you're naturally tired. So later in the fight, if Danny Garcia is around and still fresh, can he time a guy like Shawn Porter? So, you know what I mean? It's a good fight. Good fight, real good fight. The other thing is Danny Garcia has showed a little bit in the second half. If he's overworked, he can get tired. I thought he was tired and he was getting hurt by Zab Judah, and he was tired and he got hurt versus Lamont Peterson. And I do believe Shawn Porter has a bigger punch than a Lamont Peterson at 143. So it's a good fight. Both guys can win. That's just my thoughts on it since y'all asked. It's a good fight. Dalton Judge, $5 Shmoney Gang, thank you. I think a tournament at welterweight is the best way to get pay-per-view stardom for the current guys. No doubt the winner would become a star. Yeah, but the only thing is you got majority of the fights on Al Heyman's side, and then you have another really good fighter on Top Rank side. So would they really? And then you have, I mean, even Golden Boy has like Rashidi Ellis, you know what I mean, Speedy Ellis. Would they all be willing to work together to make that happen? You know what I mean? Yeah, don't do no Black Panther spoilers. That's just fucked up. You think these YouTube boxers like KSI fighting for this YouTube belt, getting over 2 million viewers is messing up some real hard-working pros who work hard for one chance? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know who that KSI dude is. Like, I heard about it, Joe Weller and all that. I don't really know them. I don't know who their channels and stuff. So I just heard about it. A lot of people were talking about it, but I don't really know. I don't think it's negative. I don't think it's gonna. It's just like Mayweather McGregor kind of. You know what I'm saying? Real boxing fans might not be like, oh, this is the best meaningful boxing fight, but at the end of the day, it brings attention to the sport of boxing. They're not MMA fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that'll negatively impact it. So that's just my opinion. Yeah, Black Panther is a dope movie. I'm gonna go see it again. I'm gonna take my parents to go see it. So yeah, man. Anyway, like I said, Keith Thurman, I think there's a way out. Like, there's a kind of a way. He just has to be willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? Someone said that's a catfish. Yeah, it's the late night creep. Y'all fucking around being there with Caitlyn. You know what I'm saying? What females are this forward late at night? That one chick is what's her name? Miss Nasty. Listen. If her name is Miss Nasty, that gotta tell you something. Either it's like somebody like catfishing, or she's really Miss Nasty. But either way, at 2:30 in the morning, I don't know. So you can find out. But if you gotta name your YouTube Miss Nasty, that might be a transformer for one. But like I said, even if it's a chick, even if it's an actual chick, maybe she's really nasty. I mean, why else would you put a username? You know what I mean? Like if you're a virgin, you're gonna put Miss Nasty for your name. Like I wouldn't put my I wouldn't put my name Mr. Gay Boy if I'm not gay. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, buyer beware. Press your luck if you want. Talking about Janet if you nasty. I'm not, man. Shit, I'm not falling for it. I'm good in that department. It's almost 3 a.m. We talking boxing. She be like, yeah, I'll blow your mind. I'll pass. You a boy. I don't deal with that. Cause like I said, what female would really just come out all forward like that? Like you ain't even bought her a drink or spit no game and she like, yeah, it's 3 a.m. I will blow your mind. That's a boy. That has to be a boy. And he's just trying to lure anybody, like Pennywise, you know what I mean? Down here, they all float. That's a trend. They all float. They call me Miss Nasty. They all float down here. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. Hell nah. That sounds suspect. Like I said, you gotta look at it. If you didn't, I'm just trying to give y'all gems, man. If you didn't spit no type of game, you didn't open no door for her, like I said, buy her a drink or anything like that, and she's like just hollering at you at 3 a.m. and just giving you the red carpet, nah, I don't know. I don't trust. Not in this day and age, especially on the internet. I don't trust that. Especially, I'm like, yeah, Keith Thurman, I'll blow your mind. You'll float too. Y'all float. Nah, I'm not. I ain't floating shit. All right, Miss Nasty, I support your channel. I gotta go though. Hey, you Pennywise, I don't trust you. Anybody seen the Black China sex tape? That shit weak. She said, I support your channel. You float too. Hey, Georgie, you gotta leave without your boat. It's your boot. Come get your boot, Georgie. Your boot. You don't want to leave without your boot, do you, Georgie? Hey, Pennywise in this motherfucker, man. I like boats too, Georgie. Don't go. You'll float too. Hey, bro, that's a man. I don't give a fuck what y'all. See, I'm from the Bay Area. Like, first of all, it's not as gay as some of y'all try to make it out, but there are areas. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There are like the Castro district, and the motherfuckers will get you. Especially if you see them in the club. They don't get me because I got radar for the shit, but some people get got. You know what I'm saying? You see them with the club lighting and shit. And they got the hair over their eyes or some shit. Talking about, you'll float too. Hey, Georgie, don't leave without your boot. Fuck no. Anyway, man, let's get it cracking. Ego Army. We have fun out here. I don't know. Someone said, Ego, what's up with the welterweight IBF ranking? That's a good point. Listen, I'm already... See, this is real, man. That Black China stuff was weak. To me, it looked weak. It wasn't even doing nothing. But, listen, the IBF rankings, I'm going to say it like this. The IBF rankings don't make any sense to me. Yeah, it was whack as fuck. I mean, hella lazy. What? But, see, this is the thing. I brought up this in the past video. This is water. It's that alkaline water I was telling you guys about. I brought this up in a past video. See, this is what people want to do. Don't dismiss what I'm going to say without answering it. You know what I mean? Oh, well, Miss Nasty said, oh, well, don't really care. Let me float out of here. Hey, you tripping. This shit is funny, though. But listen. See, this is what people want to do. When you make a solid point, right? You make a solid point, they want to dismiss it. It don't work like that. You have to answer the question. And I pose the question. And I'm not just saying it, like, somebody got to answer this. Shawn Porter is not in the top 20 of the IBF rankings, their latest rankings. Shawn Porter is not in the top 20. So I see that a lot of people were like, oh, Shawn Porter, he's ducking Errol Spence Jr. Now, once again, answer this question. How is it that the former IBF champion at welterweight, which is a stacked division, he lost his belt and his only losses have been respectable, but he's still come back and beat guys like Broner, beat guys like Berto, Adrian Granados. How is he not in the top 20, right? He's not in the top 20, but you have guys like Carlos Ocampo, who I've never even really watched fight. I just seen a picture of him. You got guys like Konstantin Ponomarev, who ducked Errol Spence multiple times, and he's still in the top 10. So again, a lot of people keep pushing the notion that Shawn Porter, oh, he's ducking Errol Spence because, you know what I mean? Errol Spence is a good fighter, and Shawn Porter, whatever he said, someone sent me some interview he said, but you still have to answer that. Don't just dismiss it and be like, oh, fuck the rankings. This is what they want to do. They say, fuck the rankings. Who cares? Fight him anyway. You want a title, fight. Explain. That's all I need someone to do. How is it that the guy who had the belt just a couple of years ago, all of his law, he's never got dogged and bullied and knocked out the ring or some shit. You know what I'm saying? How is it that he's not in the top 20, but guys like Konstantin Ponomarev and guys you've never heard of before are all in the top 20? You know what I mean? So that sounds like something corrupt. So you have to ask yourself, would you really be in a rush when the WBC is giving you generous rankings? They put you through 2 back-to-back eliminators, right? And they've been treating you good so far from what I've seen, and you're in a position to fight Keith Thurman again, or at least a Danny Garcia, right? For more money, does it really make sense to hop out of that line to face a killer like Errol Spence Jr. for less money, and the IBF is not even respecting you enough to put you in the top 20? Like, honestly, and see this again, don't ignore what I'm saying and be like, oh, fuck that. If Shawn Porter, he wanted his IBF belt back. If he wants a belt, fight Errol Spence. Don't just ignore what I'm saying. Answer that to me. See, this is what I'm saying. People always say, oh, boxing is a business. It's a business, guys. Boxing is a business. But then answer that. That's all you have to do. Answer how that makes sense from a realistic business perspective. Don't tell me, oh, no, fuck that. Shawn Porter's still ducking. If he's ducking, then explain that. Explain how that makes more sense. You know Shawn Porter, if he fights Danny Garcia, he'll make more money than if he fights Spence. I love Spence. Spence is my dude. He's my #1 welterweight. I got to see what Crawford's talking about, but until otherwise proven, it's Spence, right? I love Errol Spence. I always give him the propers. I mean, you guys know on the channel, I give props to where credit is due. But again, how does that make sense for him to not be pushing for Danny Garcia, who's a bigger money fight? You know what I mean? Danny Garcia, whether you hate his pops or whatever, they say, oh, he's a cherry picker. He's still a name, and he's a bigger name at the moment than Errol Spence. Damn, ego, they got you again. Man, this is crazy. Can y'all see? Anyway, somebody answer that question. And none of y'all have done it. None of y'all have done it so far. Damn. Anyway, well, just if y'all hear my voices, we'll try to get through this, and then we'll try to get through it. Just answer my question. That's all I'm asking. If y'all can hear a voice, then we'll just try to settle and see if it comes back. The bottom line is, how does that make sense? You'll make more money fighting against Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman is a guy you've already fought. You've already faced Keith Thurman and had a very close fight. Danny Garcia, you probably like the way you match up stylistically, and you'll make more money, right? Arsenio, you sound stupid. Finally, Ego admitted he loves Spence. Yeah, I think he's a good fighter for sure. You know what? People try to use my words against me. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I know what I say because I'm there when I say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Finally he admitted. And what I mean, I don't love him as a man. I love what he's doing in his division, dummy. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm in love with him. No, Ego admitted he loves him. He wants to marry Spence. Like, y'all sound stupid. Yeah, I love anybody who's doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, this is what always happens. If you like Pacquiao or somebody, and you're like, I love Pacquiao, and you wear Filipino flag colors or some shit, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody insults you. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? No one's like, oh, yeah, he loves Pacquiao. He wants to make love to his calves. Like, nobody's doing that. But if you love certain fighters, or if you like them or like what they're doing, it's always a crime. Oh, he likes Andre Ward. Can you believe this? This monkey likes Floyd. Boxing Ego, I will meet you and give you a whooping in the ring, bum. Corny. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Y'all can't hear me. I need y'all to know if y'all can hear me, if y'all can't hear me. Can y'all see me? Okay, cool. But anyway, back to the Shawn Porter thing. Everyone's like, oh, Shawn Porter's ducking. But explain that. Explain how he's a former champion of the last few years. All of his losses are respectable. And he's not even in the top 20. And then you got guys, what is constant? Like, I'm not even trying to roast him, but what is Konstantin Ponomarev done? Like, honestly, what's he done for the welterweight division? Who's he fought? Name one person Konstantin Ponomarev has fought. Explain that. Who has Konstantin Ponomarev fought at welterweight? Name anybody. Anybody. Like, everyone wants to talk, oh, Mayweather wants to fight Berto. Who's Konstantin Ponomarev fight? You know what I'm saying? Porter with the IBF would make more money and more attractive fight with Thurman business-wise. I don't know what you're saying. I have no idea what you're saying. Hey, Dark Sage, it's been fun. You should have been blocked. Now you got your wish. Corny. I don't have time for, listen, this is a late night vampire stream. I don't have time for the cornball shit. If you corny, like, if you're gonna joke, roast me or whatever, that's cool. I got thick skin, but at least make it funny. Y'all be corny. But, Shawn got clipped by Mosley and sparring. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm sure a lot of people got clipped by somebody, and Floyd Mayweather got clipped by Mosley in the fight. What happened? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? He beat him. So anyway, somebody answer the question. Somebody answer the question. Like, how does that make sense to hop out the line? Like, don't just say, oh, fuck that, Shawn Porter's ducking, fuck it. And explain it to me. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. How that makes the business sense, because everyone wants to talk about boxing as a business. So someone please explain that to me. And then if you have an intelligent argument, I'd be like, oh, okay, I never thought of it like that. I understand where you're coming from. So everyone keeps saying, like, because it looks like all these guys are ducking Errol Spence, which, you know, I mean, you can't. It's hard to deny that he's being ducked by some. But everyone keeps throwing Shawn Porter in there, so explain that to me. And the other thing is this. Shawn Porter fought 2 eliminators with the WBC. 2. I was at both of them. he fought Andre Berto, and then he fought against Adrian Granados. So you just switch gears and say, you know what, fuck the WBC route. I'm going this way. I'm fighting Errol Spence, who's a danger to anybody at welterweight. You know what I mean? And get less money in doing it. That, to me, that doesn't really make sense. Now, as a boxing fan, I would love to see Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence. You know what I mean? I have no problem with the fight. Stylistically, it's a great fight. But how does that make sense? That's all I'm asking. Like I said, don't just shoot it down and say, oh, fuck that. Still a duck. It's still a duck, man. Explain. That's all people have to do. Just like the hot seat. But I'm not even putting no one in the hot seat. I just want to know. Okay. Sir JC says, ego, it does make sense. Should I put him in the hot seat? Should I battle him in the hot seat? See, we could go heads up. You speaking up. That's cool. Y'all want him in the hot seat? And then we'll see. We'll see who has the better argument. Do y'all want him in the hot seat? 5 votes either way, and he's in there. So 2 for hot seat, 3, 4, 1 more, and he's in the hot seat. Boom, 5, 6. All right, we got our first hot seat of this stream. Sir JC Theo. Y'all keep speaking up, that's cool. But now you got to argue your point, gladiator style. He says it makes sense. So explain how it makes sense for Shawn Porter to face 2 eliminators with the WBC, be in line where he should be able to fight Keith Thurman, or at the very least a Danny Garcia, based on what he's proven since his losses to Keith Thurman, or his loss to Kell Brook or whatever, and explain it. Man, why do y'all want to be in the hot seat with this, with the worst arguments? It makes sense because having a belt is good for marketing. Listen, I'm the king of Wakanda. Time to blow you out the water. Pause. That's an easy L. So you're not understanding me. Do you understand what the fuck I am saying? You have a champion on your name. They sell you as better. Do you not understand what I just said? Shawn Porter has sparred Keith Thurman. Fact. Back in the day, they sparred. Shawn Porter has faced Keith Thurman for 12 rounds under the bright lights in a pro fight. Fact, right? Keith Thurman has 2 belts. Errol Spence has 1 belt, right? Shawn Porter makes more money in a rematch with Keith Thurman than he would if he were to fight Errol Spence, because Keith Thurman, at the moment, his name, I would say, is probably bigger, right? So you keep talking about, hey, if he fights Errol Spence, he'll get a belt. But yeah, if he can beat Keith Thurman, he'll get 2 belts. And he'll get more money. So that doesn't make sense what you're trying to say. Worst case scenario, let's say he can't get Keith Thurman, even though he's fought 2 eliminators. So he should be able to fight Keith Thurman, but it's Keith Thurman's get back year. So maybe he can't straight away. And let's say Shawn Porter's like, man, I'm going to risk it again. I'm going to risk my place in line, and I'm going to fight Danny Garcia. Even if he fights Danny Garcia, I believe he'll still make more money fighting Danny Garcia than he would if he were to fight Errol Spence. I'm talking about pure money. And then if he beats Danny Garcia, guess what? He would definitely be in line to fight Keith Thurman for the 2 belts. Bro, why do you do this to yourself? Ego. So if you beat Spence, you jump Garcia for a chance at all 3 belts. You sound ridiculous. So using your logic is roundabout, right? You're saying beat Spence, Shawn Porter beat Spence for 1 belt and less money, right? And then fight Keith Thurman, right? When he could and he should be in line to fight Keith Thurman right now. The only reason he probably can't fight Keith Thurman right away is because Thurman's elbow and his get back year. And I'm going to tell you how you're roundabout, because you're already on a path to fight the guy with the bigger name and 2 belts right now. So why would he collect or try to collect the 2 belts after? Why would he try to collect them after acquiring the one belt, which is a dangerous fight. There's no doubt about it. Fighting Errol Spence for anyone is a dangerous fight. So why fight Errol Spence and hope you can beat him, either stop him or beat him on the scorecards? And if you don't, then you take yourself out of the WBC equation, I'm sure. How are you going to be the mandatory if you get stopped by Errol Spence or if you lose convincingly? Bro, you getting bodied the fuck up. There's no other way. Thurman says he might not fight him until next year. So why stay idle? First of all, you're lying. Thurman says he wants to fight in May. He already has a date, the same day as the Badu Jack and Adonis Stevenson card. And then he says he wants something big for the end of the year. He said he's fighting 2 times this year. He says it's not going to be Errol Spence, but he has mentioned Danny Garcia rematch or Shawn Porter. That's what he said. He said he's not fighting he said he's not fighting Errol Spence this year. That's what he said. He never said, oh, I'm absolutely not fighting. So your facts are messed up. Second of all, you talking about, so why sit idle? I've just explained it to. Can y'all give me some competition? Can y'all give me some? Okay, bro. Are you Rain Man? Yes, definitely. He keeps saying, so that's next year. How is that next year when Keith Thurman has entertained having a big fight, just not with Errol Spence Jr., having a big fight with either Danny Garcia or Shawn Porter at the end of this year? So why are you talking about this? I'm really talking to Rain Man right now. You might be good at math or something, but this is not your forte. Yes, definitely. What are you talking about? Why do you keep saying next year? Keith Thurman has not said, oh, I'm not fighting Shawn Porter this year. He said he's fighting 2 times this year. Oh my God. You're really remedial. If he fights 2 people this year, that's not this year. Hello. Bro, what are you talking about? He's going to fight a tune-up, and then he wants a big fight this year. So the second person could be Shawn Porter. Like, really? Are you really this slow? Did you graduate? Yeah, but if he fights 2 people, then that's not this year. What are you talking about? He's talking about the second person could be Shawn Porter or Danny Garcia. Duh. Anyway, you getting bodied. This is some easy ass work. Bro, you struggling. You struggling right now. You look horrible. I told you, don't come at the King of Wakanda. Anyway, so using your logic, you're saying that Shawn Porter, even though he faced 2 WBC eliminators, he should jump out of line where he's in that line. You keep saying, oh, why sit idle? How is it sitting idle? Even if you don't fight Keith Thurman, you could fight Danny Garcia and make more money. That's a fact. Danny Garcia has a bigger name. Danny Garcia might have the biggest name at welterweight, not named Pacquiao. And Pacquiao's name is not even big because, you know what I mean, where he's at in his career. But other than that, Danny Garcia might have the biggest name at welterweight in terms of the Heyman guys. You know what I mean? If you look at his, like, attendance records for his biggest fights and stuff like that, the purses he's made, he might have the biggest name. So once again, even if you can't fight Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter should at least be in line for a consolation prize, which is a Danny Garcia fight. And then if he beats Danny Garcia, it'll probably be for the WBC Bedazzle belt or some shit. And then the winner should be in line for Keith Thurman, which actually puts you back in line to have 2 belts instead of Errol Spence's 1. He said 2 fights, so if he fights Garcia, that's not fighting Porter, so it makes it next year. Bro, you are really extremely slow, or you're playing dumb. He didn't say I'm fighting Danny Garcia for sure. He said Danny Garcia wants it and Shawn Porter wants it. They both want a rematch. So at the end of the day, there's no guarantee that he fights Danny Garcia. What if he chooses Shawn Porter? What if Shawn Porter and Danny Garcia fight each other and Shawn Porter beats him? I mean, you look, I could have been ended this because we've already ended your career in the hot seat. This is just funny to me at this point because you're Rain Man. You're like, yeah, he wants to fight twice this year. It's not going to be Porter. Definitely. Yes, definitely. You're Rain Man. Definitely. It's cool. Because you're either acting dumb or you maybe have trouble comprehending. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I've already explained this to you like 19 times, and people already see it. Listen, everyone else is like, oh hey sir, are you a maniac? I've already told you. Shawn Porter, your whole argument is it makes sense for Shawn Porter to jump out of the WBC route that he's worked for in the last year or so. It makes sense to do that to fight for Errol Spence's one belt. Listen, I'm gonna let the fans vote. Have I bodied this dude enough? Should we vote, or do you want me to keep bodying him? Because I'm not gonna let you dictate the whole stream. I'll let the fans dictate. Do y'all want me to keep explaining this more, or have we already understood it? Does anyone else not understand it, or is it just sir? Kill him. See, the fans are shooter. Do I have any shooters on deck? Get sir out of here. The L's are coming. It's raining L's, man. That's what I'm saying. See, we're not gonna do this back and forth all day. I've already bodied you. I've already bodied you. The fan said, off with your head. Listen. People always want to jump in the hot seat, and when they get there, they're like, "Oh, hey, let me hit you with the weak logic." Bye bye, sir. So once again, to recap, anyone else want to step up? That's fine. If you believe it makes sense for Shawn Porter to jump out of the WBC, like, okay, here's an example. What is the point of Shawn Porter in the last year, literally last year, because I was at both fights, like I said, fighting 2 WBC eliminators if he doesn't give a fuck about the WBC belt? Explain that. Like, that alone doesn't make sense. Why fight? Like, okay, here's an example. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Y'all want an example non-related to the WBC, so maybe some of y'all can further grasp what I'm trying to say. If y'all want to hear the example, can I get a hell yeah? And I'll try to break this down another way. If y'all want to hear it, can I get a hell yeah? Okay, now we got some. Okay. Here's another example. A great tournament that's going on right now, the World Boxing Super Series, right? George Groves just got past Chris Eubank Jr., so he advances to the finals, right? And it was supposed to be Jürgen Bremer or whatever versus Caleb Smith, but I heard that Bremer got hurt or the flu or something, so he's out of it. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll use George Groves. George Groves beat who he needed to beat, and now he just beat over the weekend Chris Eubank Jr., right, to advance into the tournament, right? So he went through the quarterfinals, the semifinals. Now he's in the finals. So what the fuck sense would it make for him to drop out of this tournament to go fight Caleb Truax because Caleb Truax has one belt when he's already made it this far in this tournament style WBSS thing, right? And now he's going to be in the finals. That doesn't even make sense. That somebody make that make sense. How would that make sense for George Groves to be like, oh, I'm going to go fight Caleb Truax. He has a belt at super middleweight. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to go through the motions, I guess is what I'm saying, right? It doesn't make sense to go through the motions of completing all the processes set forth for you by a sanctioning body if you're going to just jump out of the line to fight somebody who is not affiliated, doesn't have a belt with. Okay, y'all gotta chill. Somebody named Booty Muffins says, Ego, what's under your hat, bruh? Bro, don't worry about my hair or anything. Your name is Booty Muffins. Fall back. That's suspect. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. That just caught my eye. Pause. That was extremely suspect. Like, I've never heard of a motherfucker named Booty Muffins, and you're making me uncomfortable, dog. Anyway, sorry about that. Like, I thought it was a title. I thought it said blueberry muffins or some shit. And I'm like, does that say booty muffins? Whoa. That's like, that sounds like a prison name and shit. Like, what's your name? Booty muffins. Call me BM. Like, I'm not calling you BM. Anyway, what sense does that make for George Groves to lead the World Boxing Super Series when he's in the fucking finals, and instead of fighting Caleb Smith or some shit, to fight Caleb Truex for one belt when he's already made it this far? Booty Muffins says Thurman claps Arrow with hooks. Bro, you shouldn't even be talking about clapping anything if your name is Booty Muffins. That just oh wait, you should change your name, dog. You know what? You Kevin. From now on, that's your new name. We're gonna call you Kev. Nobody's trying to call you no fucking Booty Muffins. That don't even sound right. You try to pick your girl up or whatever, someone in her apartment answers the phone. Like, hey, can I speak to Tina? Like, yes, man, who's calling? Booty Muffins. Tell her that Booty Muffin. What's that shit on Tropic Thunder? That booty juice? What were they drinking? Booty sweat or something like that. Anyway, I just bodied another dude in the hot seat. I'm telling you, like, again, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you guys, what you guys are saying. Like, if you understand realism and you understand boxing as a business and all this shit, explain the logic in that. Like I said, why would George Groves to fight a title, a lesser known Caleb Truex, as opposed to whoever he's fighting in the finals, Caleb Smith or something? It doesn't make sense to drop out when you've already went through the motions. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. And I again, I believe in that. I don't have a problem if Spence and Porter fought. I would support the fight 100%. But people keep saying it like, oh, Porter's massively ducking him, and I just, the whole thing doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense to me. So again, if you have a way to make it make sense, then explain how that makes sense to go through 2 WBC hurdles of eliminators, and you should be able to get at the very least Danny Garcia, which is a bigger name, not for a title, or Keith Thurman. And realistically, he should be able to get Keith Thurman. The only reason why that fight is probably going to be stalled out is because of Keith Thurman. And that's what Shawn Porter said. Shawn Porter said, I seen him on tape. He said it. He says if people are wondering why everyone in the welterweight division is inactive, it's because of this man right here. But either way, a Danny Garcia or Thurman fight, to me, makes more money. And that's not an excuse. That's kind of factual. If you look at Danny Garcia's viewership numbers, if you look at his highest purses, they'll probably all be more than Errol Spence. And that's not a knock on Spence. Spence is that dude. But again, make that make sense. Everybody wants it, because everyone's avoiding Spence. People want to see people jump out of line and shit that they work for to fight him, which is not really fair if you think about it. It's not fair to expect that because I guess another motherfucker is not willing to fight him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's like Terrence Crawford. He's going to fight Jeff Horn for the WBO belt. So he's not going to jump out of line to fight Errol Spence right now. He's not going to jump out of line to fight Keith Thurman right now. He's already en route with the WBO. It's already pretty much set up. You know what I mean? So that's what he's going to do. And then after, he's going to worry about the next thing. So, again, Triple G is a monster. He didn't look like a monster his last 2 fights. He looked vulnerable. But anyway, like I said, the whole Porter's duck. I'm still waiting for someone to explain that. The last dude, he tried and he got bodied in the hot seat. So do we have any more takers? Someone explain why you would jump out of line when you went through 2 WBC hurdles, right? This is the only question I have. You went through 2 WBC eliminators, aka hurdles, where you should be able to straight away be the mandatory for Keith Thurman, or at the very least fight Danny Garcia. Both bigger names, both bigger paydays, and the IBF, which you were a former champion of that belt, right? Doesn't even have you ranked in the top 20. So why would he jump out to fight Spence? Okay, we gotta take her. I knew this is all it takes. We got another hot seat. I'm not doing it. Listen, I'm not doing these freebies anymore. You're in the hot seat now. His name is Lamb Big Jones. Now you're in the hot seat. He said, I'll explain it. It's not disrespect, but if you lose, you know the rules. So he says, let me explain it. So hopefully you have a great explanation. Like I said, I've won so many of these. If I lose, I lose. But I want to hear a reasonable, factual explanation. And we're on. You're live. Well, we can only do one hot seat. I'm one person. I can only do one at a time. Why did Canelo ran boxing ego? That doesn't even make sense in English. Why did Canelo ran boxing? Anyway, Lamb Big Jones. Come on, you in the hot seat. What's taking so long? See, this is why it's like a waste of time. Oh yeah, put me in a hot seat, or I can explain it. And then what happens? What's taking so long? What's taking so long? Why explain it? When you gonna explain it? 2020? 2021? When we gonna hear about it? Let him type. You talk faster than people. Okay. This motherfucker putting fables. A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. What? Although Porter deserves Thurman or Garcia, neither are guaranteeing him anything, while Spence is offering a title. That is terrible. That is terrible. Like, you putting fucking nursery rhymes and shit. The tortoise in the hare, the two in the bush is one in the tush. What the fuck are you talking about? Really? This is my competition? Man, I told y'all. I'm the king of Wakanda. And I don't see that changing. That's crazy. Like, that's it? A couple fables and shit? A bird in the hand is better. You talking about parakeets and shit. Like, a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. Although, listen, you have to understand, your statement in response to mine kind of proves my point. You just said, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? You done fucked up. You said, although Porter deserves Thurman or Garcia, neither are guaranteeing him. So that's an admission to what I'm saying. You just said he deserves to be able to fight Keith Thurman in a rematch, or he deserves a money fight with Danny Garcia. You said that. And you said, but no one's guaranteeing him, so he should fight Errol Spence. What? You just admitted my point. That's how you know. That's how I know you lost. You just admitted. You said he deserves it. That says it all. He deserves to fight Garcia or Thurman. You've admitted what I've been saying. He fought to this point with the WBC, and he's deserved to fight those guys. I mean, that's an instant L. You're better off. I'm gonna tell you how to argue and debate. You're better off not agreeing with me. If you disagree, you should have just disagreed. You know what I mean? But the moment you agreed, that's like you admit what I'm saying. Oh, he should be able to fight Garcia or Thurman. Then I won. That's it. Game over. So you didn't really do a good job because you agreed with me. So, I really expect y'all to come with some solid points. The sad thing about boxing is not about what you deserve. Spence deserves to fight the best names, but he can't get them, so he has to keep busy and get his value up. I mean, that, again, doesn't disprove what I've been saying. You're supposed to be explaining how it makes sense for Porter to jump out of the line when he's been doing these monkey drills for the WBC and everything they outlined him, right? You said it made sense. and you're not making it make sense. You're not making it make sense. You're like, oh, it's not about what you did. That's you didn't prove your point then. You admitted that he deserves Thurman or Garcia. So let's vote. If he got an L, put your L's up so we can move on. See, this is what I'm talking about. Well, it's been real. The fans have voted. Bye-bye now. Y'all gotta make this make sense, man. Now, I seen there was someone else in the comment section who disagreed again. Where, show your face. Show your face. So I could take you out too. Pause. Take you out in the hot seat. Show your face. So many hot seats to give, man. Oh, that's who it is. Santana J. All right, you in the hot seat. He said, Shawn Porter has a chance to get a belt, bruh. So with no guarantee at a title shot this year from Thurman, go fight for a belt. A belt is a belt. Is more than one belt. Plus Spence is unavoidable if he beats. Bro, you just picked up, like, do you guys pay attention? You're just basically picking up where the last guy got bodied and left at. That's basically the same point he was making. You got to make it make sense. So my question to you, we're going to break this down together. Why would Shawn Porter, there's no guarantees in life if you really want to be real, right? Why would Shawn Porter go through all of these requests from the WBC? They're saying, fight this guy. Fight this guy. You see this guy, Andre Berto, fight him. You see this guy, Adrian Granados, he's tough, fight him. Why did he do that if he's going to just leave and go fight Errol Spence Jr. for an IBF? Explain that. Why do that? Because you keep talking about there's no guarantees. What was the point of doing that? That's like, okay, Jermall Charlo, they told him to fight the #1 mandatory for Golovkin in his first fight at 160. Jorge Sebastian Hyland, right? He knocks him out. Oh, it's late. He knocked him out. That's the end result. Now they're telling him to fight another highly ranked Hugo Centeno Jr. So Jermall Charlo is doing what the WBC is asking him to do. So does it make sense for Jermall Charlo to, in the midst of this, when he could possibly fight Triple G or Canelo, go fight Billy Joe Saunders? It wouldn't make sense. The Billy Joe Saunders is not a bad fight for Charlo. That's a good fight. But at the same time, why? What are you even doing? Why even do what the WBC says if you're gonna go on a rogue mission, right? And you're gonna go AWOL and just do your own thing. That doesn't even make sense. It's like me having a job and I'm doing everything and passing all the tests and taking all the computer e-learnings and shit to promote. If I'm just gonna quit the job, that doesn't make sense. If I'm just gonna switch jobs, why would I go through all that training and all that extra shit? Though when people do that, usually it's because they intend to promote. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna do all this training. I gotta study for this test. Blah blah blah. I gotta look good. So again, answer that. Santana, you're up. Explain how it makes sense for Shawn Porter to listen to the WBC and then just say, fuck it. Fuck the WBC. I'm going after Errol Spence. No, don't take my analogy and answer that. Don't take my analogy. All right, just copy and paste your messages. It's that simple. Because I didn't see anything. Shout out to the Niners, man. I typed it first. Copy it and paste it because I didn't see it. Bro, you're wasting time. 15. We'll just count you out because All you have to do is type. All you have to do is type the answer or copy and paste. You could laugh all you want. You the one that's gonna be out of here. Doesn't hurt me. Come on, Santana. I have to respond. Yeah, that's kind of how the hot seat goes. What? Hey, King Corleone, what was his point? Since he refuses to copy and paste it, that's how you know it was weak. Because if it was a good ass point, why wouldn't you repost it so everyone could see who missed it? Where is the point? Where is it? See, you're just buying time now. Wasting time. King Corleone, do you remember his point? Chat says I'm sending too many messages. Yeah, technical difficulties, right? How you just sent a message, but you're claiming that you can't send messages, but you just sent twice. You said, "Hold up, bro." How is it blocking your response only, but it didn't block when you said, "Hey, the chat is not allowing"? That doesn't even make sense. You just sent me 2 messages talking about you can't send messages. Oh, okay. That's why I'm moving slow. Well, you're about to be moving real slow in this casket because your time is about up. We're waiting. He said it's like quitting a job when you have another job lined up, not employed. You quit because you have another. Okay, that's some bullshit. Because, see, he's trying to take my analogy and flip it into something. Talk about the fight. Talk about the fight. Do what you got to do is debating. I'm not scared. All right, well, you clearly received an L because you're taking too long. And shout out to Big Man. He's the next person in the hot seat. He says ego is real bias. How am I real bias? What did I say? Moderator, count to 20 and then find Big Man and get him out of here if he has not responded. Big Man, you're up. You said I'm biased. Why? What did I say? What did I do? And be specific. Exactly. These dudes, that's what I'm saying. It's always a waste of time. Ego don't like white guys. You're out of here. You've been putting stupid shit. I don't know what you are. I don't like you, so you're blocked. So anyway, where's Big Man? Pause. Big Man, where is he at? He said I was biased. Man, I just caught y'all gonna let me catch 3 bodies like that in a row? Shooter, count to 15 and get Big Man out of here. Period. Oh, ego's biased. Okay, what'd I do? I'm not telling. Fuck you. Okay, blocked. Where is Big Man at? No, we're not. See, I'm killing them at their own game. That's what's happening. They're used to trolls and people who are super opinionated and the real people who are actually biased. They're so used to getting on the internet and never. Shout out to King Corleone. They're so used to getting on the internet and being able to just say whatever and run rampant without ever having to really intelligently explain it. That's what's happened. So I'm killing them at their own game. That's why I created. That's why it's the birth of the hot seat, because you can no longer do that. At least in my streams, you maybe someone the next person's live streams you could do it, but you're not coming to my streams throwing dirt and mud on my name, and then you don't have to explain it. You know what I mean? Disagreeing with everything I say, but you don't have to explain it. You don't have a valid point when you're put on the spot. You don't have a valid point to argue. Porter could step up and go for a title shot. Would he lose his W ratings if he did? I'm sure he would. I mean, that only makes sense, because how do you keep your rating? Like, what if Errol Spence knocked him out, hypothetically? Is he gonna keep his rating? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he got knocked out, he's still gonna be the number 1. You know what I mean? Amir Khan got knocked out by Canelo and kept his rating for a minute, and then now he's not rated with the WBC. or at least where he, in the number one spot or wherever he was. So once again, like I said, I'm a fair critic, and with the whole Shawn Porter thing, that one doesn't stand out as much because, like I said, and here's part B to the my very see. You notice real motherfuckers don't have to keep switching up. You know what I mean? My initial point that I said 30 minutes ago when this topic came up or when it first started is what I'm saying now. I'm not actually adding or switching or changing my standpoint. The other portion of what I said is why the fuck is Shawn Porter not in the top 20 of the IBF rankings? That's disrespectful. When you got Konstantin Ponomarov and Carlos Ocampo, who is that? You know what I'm saying? But Shawn Porter, who had your belt a couple years ago, and he's only lost respectfully. Like, it's not like he just got like pummeled. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Kell Brook. I thought he lost that fight, and I thought Keith Thurman beat him. No biggie, but it wasn't like he got demolished like Brandon Rios over the weekend. Like he just got stretched like that. You know what I mean? So to me, you got to make it make sense, and it doesn't make sense why he would. Again, it doesn't make sense why he would go through all the procedures of what the WBC asked of him to just drop out and fight Errol Spence for one belt when he can make more money fighting Danny Garcia. Or he should realistically be able to just straight away fight. That's why he was fighting those eliminators, to be able to fight Keith Thurman for two belts. And again, the only holdup is Keith Thurman's situation. Oh, my elbow, I'm on a long layoff, this is a get back year. He should be able to fight Keith Thurman straight away. Straight away. But we all know Keith Thurman's situation. You know what I mean? Period. More money or become undisputed champion and have everything on your own terms. What does that even mean? There's no one at, how's that undisputed? Who's undisputed at welterweight? What are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. Once again, do we have any more, like, so we can I guess maybe move on? Does anyone else have a valid? That's all I'm asking. Everyone that's saying Shawn Porter's ducking Errol Spence, that's fine. That's cool. My only thing is, why is he not rated a former IBF champion? So you had that particular belt at that weight class. Why is he not in the top 20? And beyond that, why go through the WBC's treating him good? Why go through their eliminators to the point where you really should be fighting Keith Thurman in a rematch? Or at the very least, you probably fight Danny Garcia. Why jump out of line for that to fight against what's his name? Errol Spence. And again, you know what I mean? I want to see Errol Spence get top fights. I do. I really do. You've never heard me not say that. I want to see him get the fights that will grant him the notoriety that he deserves. But again, everyone says, oh, boxing's a business. Has to make business sense. So explain the business sense in Shawn Porter doing that. That's all. He gets to skip rank for the IBF belt. I don't even understand the question. Do you think Garcia should fight Porter and winner fight Thurman, then unify versus Spence? Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I think that's an awesome. Look at it like this. Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter are the last two people that Keith Thurman has fought as of right now. They both say they want a rematch with Keith Thurman. There's both money in those fights, whoever Keith Thurman were to rematch. So Danny Garcia should absolutely fight Shawn Porter, because the thing is, Keith Thurman's one person. It's his get back year. He said he's fighting 2 times, 1 time, 2 belts, fighting 2 times this year. So the best way to discern and see who really deserves a Keith Thurman rematch the most is to have the 2 people Keith Thurman last beat fight each other. They're both highly ranked with the WBC at welterweight. So yeah, I think Danny Garcia should fight Shawn Porter, and then the winner fight Keith Thurman for his second fight this year, and then, you know what I mean, whoever wins will have the two belts, and then they can start looking to unify with Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. That makes sense to me. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. But again, it doesn't make sense, and no one, people keep disagreeing, but no one's explained this to me. Explain why Shawn Porter even fought Berto and Adrian Granados per the WBC's request or whatever, if he was just going to drop out of that ranking to go fight Errol Spence. Just explain that aspect. And again, explain why he's not ranked with the IBF. It doesn't, those two things don't make sense. And I'm still waiting for a logical explanation. Yes, if Shawn Porter beats Errol Spence, he'll get a lot of notoriety for beating a very good fighter, and he'll get a belt. But he's pretty much on the verge of getting that opportunity to get two belts right now. And either way, whether he fights Danny or Keith, he makes more money than if he fights Errol Spence. I mean, it's not really hard to understand. So, again, where would whose rank be after a win? I don't understand the question. You guys got to be a little more specific. What about Crawford? Crawford's fighting for a WBO belt. So, I mean, we'll have to see how that happens, how that plays out. Ego, why you think everyone's so keen on fighting Thurman? He has two belts. He's a name in the division. And I think people have probably looked at his recent performances. He hasn't had a knockout. When's his last knockout? Somebody tell me. When's the last time he knocked someone out? So they probably look at stuff like that. Like, okay, you know, he hasn't had a knockout. And then he's seemed a little bit more passive in his last interviews. So people are probably looking at that as like, oh, he's changed. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I mean, versus Errol Spence, calling out people in the division, wanting the best fight, seeming extremely hungry, going to people's backyard and making them take a knee like Kaepernick and stopping them, and then demolishing Lamont Peter. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Errol Spence is looking like a threat. Crawford just unified the division. So, you know what I mean? People understand that. Keith Thurman's the one, like I said, seeming more passive, coming off an injury, things like that. It's gonna be crazy if Danny goes after Banks. Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on the whole Shawn Porter situation with Errol Spence. Again, nobody in the hot seat has intelligently explained otherwise. So I'm just gonna keep rocking with what I have seen. And again, to me, it just makes sense. Like, why not stay on the track? Because I even said the same thing with Errol Spence. Because if you remember, Errol Spence was going the IBF route, and he was in line. Kell Brook was kind of stalling. He was in line to at least get a title shot with Kell Brook at some point, right? And some people were concerned about Errol Spence and his resume. You know, and I said the same. It's about consistency, people. I said the same exact thing. I said to those people, they were saying, oh, why doesn't he just fight Jesse Vargas for the title or Pacquiao for the title, whoever had titles in the division at that time? Why isn't he's already on track with the IBF to get a Kell Brook shot, so he has to just keep doing what he's been doing. What's the point of climbing up a ladder, almost getting to the rooftop, and then just jumping off? You know what I'm saying? What did you spend all the time climbing up for if you were just gonna jump off and do something else? You know what I'm saying? Like most people, it's like sometimes I go hiking with chicks and whatnot, and The whole goal is to get to where you're trying to get to the mountaintop that has the dope view. So why am I gonna go through treacherous terrain and potholes and all types of dip through poison ivy bushes? You know what I mean? Trying not to get touched. What's the point of doing all this if I'm gonna turn around and not get to the actual spot, the high mountaintop with the views and take the pictures and shit? You know what I mean? And that's kind of what it is with Shawn Porter. He's going through these eliminators through the WBC. He's been calling out Danny Garcia, been calling out Keith Thurman, and he already fought Keith Thurman, so he probably likes his chances with Keith Thurman because it was a close fight, and he's gonna make more money with them. So people are like, "Oh, he's ducking. He should just stop all of that and fight Errol Spence." I mean, that doesn't really make sense to me. Despite it, like I said, it's a good fight. I hear ego don't make sense for Porter or Garcia to go after Spence right now. I mean, both of them are. I think they should. The best thing to me is Garcia and Spence. I mean, Garcia and Porter fighting each other. See who the winner deserves Keith Thurman, and then, you know what I mean, get it cracking. Then look at Crawford. I think he beats Horn. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, y'all. So that's what makes sense to me. I don't know. People have different opinions or. Not impressed by Horn. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has more to prove. Yeah, man, we always grinding. Wilder or Ortiz? I'm picking Wilder, but it's a dangerous fight. Yeah, Horn's, his style is ugly. Like, I mean, it's just rugged and stuff. He be coming in with his head. Oh, shit. It's late, man. I'm about to go. I might do another live stream tomorrow or later today. So, it's been real. Let me know what you guys think. Porter and Thurman give Spence tough fights. I think I agree. They're good fights. Horn can fight, but yeah, I mean, you said he needs to work on the foot. Horn's always like beat up. It, like his face always looks cut up. That's not good at the elite level. You know what I mean? Where your face is always, you're always getting stitches every time you fight and shit, and your eyes all swole. I mean, like I know a lot of fans. Oh, that you know what I mean? They like that warrior shit, but. At the end of the day, I don't know. You know what I mean? You got to work on your defense. Definitely defense. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm about to get out of here. Just want to do a vampire live stream late night for everybody. This one was fun. Oh, I want to talk real quick about Brandon Rios. Y'all got to give Danny Garcia, give that man his credit. I'm not saying you need to like be super enthralled because he knocked out Brandon Rios. I mean, he was the favorite. I get that. I don't know what the odds were, but the thing is, when Danny Garcia, he knocked him out with a single punch. I told you I had questions about Danny Garcia's power at 147. Like I didn't know if it was quite the same. Like it's respectable for sure, but I didn't know if it was quite the same. You know what I mean? And previously we only seen Brandon Rios. I don't know what time I'm gonna stream tomorrow. It just depends on what I'm doing. But previously, Brandon Rios had only been stopped by Tim Bradley, which we know he's not the biggest welterweight puncher. He just had a good game plan. He took advantage and exploited Brandon Rios being out of shape, and then he, you know what I mean, he dug to the body. You know what I'm saying? He dug to the body and got him out of there. But a lot of people made excuses. Oh, Bradley only got him out of there because Gerardo Lopez, whatever. I'm not gonna argue because again, no one knows you. No one knows your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So you could think whatever you want. But I just distinctly remember when Bradley knocked out Rios, they made an excuse. Oh, Rios was just out of shape. No way Bradley would have knocked him out. He's pillow fisted. Blah blah blah. So guess what? Rios came focused. Rios was with his old trainer, and he was in shape. He almost had a six-pack at the weigh-in. He said he felt good, and everyone's gonna jump on his dick when he when he won. And Danny Garcia knocked him out, not to the face, not to the body. He knocked him out with a single headshot. So to me, that impressed me because I could see a TKO stoppage, maybe like accumulation of headshots, or like a body, like if he just did some crazy body work. But he knocked Brandon Rios out with a single headshot. And Brandon, someone just said, Brandon's a bum. You can say whatever you want, but the bottom line is, despite what you think about him, Brandon Rios has showed an immense ability to take a flush headshot. He's never had defense. You know what I mean? His fight with John Murray or whatever that dude's name is, fight with Pacquiao, his wars with Mike Alvarado, he was always taking headshots in all of those fights, right? And Danny Garcia stretched him with a single shot, not a body shot and not accumulation TKO. So you got to give that man Garcia credit for that, because I didn't expect him to just you know what I mean, with a single right hand, and the dude got a chin. See, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody took away Rios' chin. I ain't never seen no one question Rios' chin. You know what I mean? And he got that chin cracked versus Garcia. So obviously his power and timing was dope. People like you, S. Ross, are irrelevant. Garcia is trash, and I'm from Philly. Who cares? Who cares where you're from? That don't. So your opinion's better because you're from Philly? He's a cherry pick. I mean, listen. Let me do a hot seat. Y'all want me to do another? S. Ross is just putting dumb stuff. He's like, oh, Garcia sucks, and he's a cherry picker, and I'm from Philly. Okay, Mr. Philly. So I'm gonna do a last hot seat before I get out of here. Name someone under 30 at welterweight or 140 that has a better resume than Danny Garcia. Very simple. That's 2 weight classes under 30 that has a better resume than Danny Garcia. So you said he's a cherry picker, so you should be able to easily name someone within 2 divisions that's around Danny Garcia's age, under 30, that has a better resume. Don't say, okay, hold on. What are you gonna ask Jeeves? What are we holding on for? You should know. You're a boxing fan, right? And you're from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Just no respect for fighters. Just, oh, he's a bum, he's a cherry picker. Just all that wild shit. Tony Mayo, but what has Danny done lately? I mean, people with comments like that, he fought fucking Keith Thurman last year. What do you mean was he done lately? And he went 12 with Keith Thurman. And he's fairly new to the division. Yo, where's Mr. Philly at? S. Ross, what are we holding on for? You supposed to be explaining to us. Who has a better resume than Danny Garcia since he's the cherry picker? Who? There's more competition at one. Okay, you wasted one response because it's late, so I got to get to it. I know who he fought, but as you most up, okay, you wasted 2 responses. Bro, we're not playing. All you have to do is name the person who's an active fighter at 140 or 147 that's under 30 with a better resume. Because you said Danny Garcia is a cherry picker. So explain who has a better resume. Because the cherry picker obviously shouldn't have the best resume or a good resume. And you wasted 2 responses. And you're from Philly. Ego, I fucks with you. I'm just speaking how I feel. Yeah, but that's the problem with boxing fans. They speak how they feel, and it's just emotions. It's not even something provable. So once again, who's Danny? I'm just asking you, who has a better resume than Danny Garcia, who's under 30? You're from Philly, and you're speaking how you feel. I get that. But who has a better resume? Like I said, how can you not name a person in 2 divisions who has a better resume than someone you just called a cherry picker? How does that even make sense? Mr. I'm speaking how I feel. How can you not name someone within 2 divisions that are pretty stacked, and you can't even name someone with a better resume, but you just said that man was a cherry picker? How does that even make sense? I'm asking you to name one person with a better resume under 30 in 2 divisions. That should be easy. I mean, if what you're saying is true, or how you feel is true, this should be a piece of cake for you two. He's speaking out of emotions. I only can judge Danny his current weight class. I know what he's done. I'm talking about since he's been at 147. Bro, okay, now you're trying to play me for a fool. And this is where it gets worse, because now you're saying he's a cherry picker at 147. Who has he fought? Paulie Malignaggi, he fought Samuel Vargas, and he fought Robert Guerrero. But, oh yeah, that's right. Last year, he fought Keith Thurman. So how is it a cherry pick if he fought one of the best guys at welterweight last year? It doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. And he just now fought Brandon Rios. It doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. You fought Keith Thurman last year. You just called him a cherry picker, but he just fought Keith Thurman. So if someone's being called a cherry picker, that means they're picking cherries. How is Keith Thurman a cherry when he was a champion and he's a good-ass fighter? Again, this doesn't make sense. So you're saying he's a cherry picker at 147, then how does he have Keith Thurman on his resume? And once again, how can you look at a fighter who's traveled multiple divisions, but you can only look at one division they've been in? So we can't look at anybody Pacquiao fought at 135 or anything. It's just only who he fought at 47. Bro, you getting bodied. Let's vote. This shit is too easy. Let's vote. If he survived the hot seat, let me know. If he got that L, put your L's up. I'm out of here. So he's a cherry picker because he lost to a good fighter and a champion. How did he survive? You about to be in the hot seat next. See, today I got time, cuz. How did he survive? Name one thing he did to survive. Name one thing he said that beat what I said. Yo, Shooter, get S Ross out of here. And then the real deal, you're in the hot seat now too. I was about to get off, but I can't let that ride. You talking about he survived. How did he survive? That's all you got to do is explain. What did he say that proved what I said wrong? He didn't even answer the question and name the fighter. He said what he felt exactly. Oh, he survived. Okay, we'll see if you survive. You the real deal. We're gonna find out. He talking about he survived. See, y'all gonna give this false credit, and you gonna end up right with them. Danny got a good resume, but it's been picking easy fight. Okay, you sound bogus. How does Danny Garcia been picking easy fight when he just fought Keith Thurman last year? That doesn't even make sense. That's even a good point. Like, I understand if he never fought Keith Thurman, maybe. If you're only judging his 147 work, but how are you gonna judge his welterweight career? And he just fought a champion who's undefeated last year, and you're calling him a cherry picker this year. That doesn't even make, you know how they say boxing is what have you done for me lately? Last year is recent enough to the point where we have to include that fight. It's not like he fought Keith Thurman in 2002 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just say random stuff. Let's just vote because I'm about to. This is just too easy. I'm the king of Wakanda. Let's just vote. If this dude lost, put an L up. It's my emotions taking over me. Yeah, I mean, it's all emotion. He's a cherry picker because you want him to be a cherry picker. No facts behind it. No, you're not the real deal because you're getting bodied. You're getting bodied, Duke. If he got an L, put your L's up so I can get off of here. I can see that you're on Google through the reflection of your shades. Does this look like Google? Hey, you getting blocked because you've been putting stupid shit. I can see you're on Google, man. I'm not even on Google. What kind of Google you know looks like this? You talking about I'm on Google? This shit is too easy. You talking about you're on Google? I know it, man. Like I'm researching something. I'm on YouTube. What are you talking about? And I just use that in case I want to pull up something. Yeah, man, I know you're on Google. Get him out of here. I don't know what's worse, some of these fans or the way Fergie murdered your national anthem. That's hilarious. She sounded terrible. Straight track. Hey, did we get him out of here? What's this dude's name? Real Deal? Get him out of here so I can rest assured. I gotta go, Ego. You take it easy, bro. You too. Shout out to my boy RTD online. Shout out to King Corleone, shooter, getting that last dude. Hey, you're on Google, man. All right. Anyway, it's been real. Thank you guys for the support. Ego Army, checking out. I told you, we the gang gang. Ego's Army, Ego Mafia. We are the mob. Money on top of boxing. I'll probably do another live stream tomorrow. Holla at the kid. Peace out. Enjoy work.